Okay, my audio was all messed up from recording shorts, but now it's fine. Alright, welcome back to Beat Me Take My Pokemon, everybody. We got Cherry, we got Shavana Jones. Definitely didn't hear me say hi before, because I forgot that I changed my audio around. This is why I always take so much time to check my audios, because I always forget that I changed it back. As per usual, I forgot to charge my Switch beforehand, so I'll be going first. And it looks like Shavana Jones is going to try and take it. We'll see who takes it. Why am I here? Why did I end up here? Just don't question it too much. We're also outside of Porygon rates, so I can put Blissey back where it is. I did do some box organization. I can't remember how long ago that. Maybe that was actually before the last live stream that I organized the boxes, but I liked a lot better how it turned out, mostly because I got more space. You can go. Actually, you should probably just go and fire. I don't really want to put you there though, so you can stay there for now, Skeledirge. Right. Okay, and let's do. Can't wait for Excalibur. Yeah, this should be a good time. What do I actually need? Nothing. Phenomenal. Let's do Link battle code is going to be 599790. 2. And then whenever stream catches up, I'll start searching. So by the time you see this, I have already started searching. Spent my whole day studying your teams, and then I was like, of course. So that does tend to work sometimes. A good offense, the best defense is a good offense. That's how the saying goes. Let's see. Have we had Shavana Jones? Stream's caught up now. Nope, we have not. So that'll be new whenever that comes up. Okay. So as I'm sure you know because you read through the rules, this first time around you gotta beat all 3 teams, but after this, or for every attempt after this, you only have to beat 2 out of 3 teams. So this first team is just a practice go through. Nobody has ever won all 3 teams on their first fight before. And I'm going to hide screen so you don't know what I'm actually picking. And I'm going to pick this team. Okay, we did in fact not use the correct rules because that is a Kyogre, and that is not allowed. So the shortest abilities would be Flutter Mane and Combo, and then we're gonna have to cancel this one. Fortunately, an extra long animation to start, but... Wait, Terror Rates just restart? Battle again with different rules. Didn't read that part, sorry. It's okay. Everybody messes up sometimes. Which format? It should be the official format 1, or official rules 1, the fourth one down. Okie dokie. Let me do this. And I'll do this. Sure to pick kinda quickly, because it will kick us after sitting here for a bit. And this is just a practice round, so if you're not too sure anything, just grab a random Pokemon. I wouldn't worry about it. Okay, looks like we have Mouse Ape, along with Ditto and Palma, and Indeedee is also here, and Tinkaton is also here. How curious. I think I should do this and this. Then also this and this seems pretty. Then again, this seems kind of. But then that kind of gets hazy with that. Yeah, I don't think I can. Yeah, I think I have to bring this. Did I change the screen back? Yes, I did. You have Gigaton Hammer. You do have the Pokemon that learns Gigaton Hammer, and it is very powerful. Reminds me of Reg A teams. Yeah, this is definitely a Reg A team. So Ditto is going to copy my Sneasler. I'm going to get my Grassy Seed to proc. Indeed, he gets its Psychic Seed to proc. So Ditto could be Scarf, but it's still not as fast as Sneasler, because Sneasler had that ability activated. Acrobatics is obviously super effective, but if Indeedee redirects, then that's a little problematic. I don't think Choice Scarf Dire Claw could take Rillaboom down in one hit. I think I'm willing to do this. Indeed, he's going to redirect here. It's easily close combats the slot, picks up KO into it. They're gonna go for acrobatics, but assumedly it's still holding an item, so it doesn't do too much, and we terrestrialize out of the weakness. We do get a critical hit U-turn, but it probably won't matter in the grand scheme of the game. And if I am to assume that Sneasler just locked itself into acrobatics, I'm going to bring in Torkoal. Okay, we are going to see Annihilate enter onto the field. I would like to acrobatics it right away, the Annihilate. Sneasler's not... it's not too big of a deal. I take that back, actually. I'm going to acrobatics into it, and then I'm going to... I could Helping Hand. I think I just... Heat Wave the Annihilate. Sneasler acrobatics takes down Ditto. Annihilate goes for the Stone Edge, not a very common move we see on the Annihilate. We get some pretty good Heat Wave shit. Not a burn, though. And what do we have in the back? Is it the Mouse Hold? It is, in fact, the Mouse Hold. Alright, now we get to play everyone's favorite game. What is the Mouse-It going to do? If it's Ghost Terra, then I feel like just acrobatics into the Mouse Hold is a pretty good idea. Like, acrobatics Helping Hand maybe gets there. I feel like they have to redirect with the Mouse Hold, though. Also, if you're Stone Edge on Annihilate, that means you're either not Bulk Up, Drain Punch, Rage Fist, Protect. And we could just play... Who do I have in the back, actually? All of my Pokemon still phenomenal. We're gonna do that. Okay, no redirection from... Actually, no, Helping Hands before redirection. But the mouse did not decide to redirect. Household goes for the side beat up, but unfortunately fails it into the monkey. And this could still be Ghost Terra. It really doesn't benefit. Hey, I guess it does to dodge just one hit, maybe. They would reveal their information kind of unnecessarily because this game is basically over. Okay, it is in fact normal Terra on the mouse, so that's good information to know for future games. Should a mouse hold come to future games? Power. I mean, there were some displays of power, kind of. Are we lagging? We lagged a little bit. Why are we lagging? I don't even have this in a position where it should lag. Alright. GG's, GG's. Of course, since this is your first attempt, you can't get a Pokemon in this attempt, but you are more than welcome to play out your other two battles if you would like to. A little lag, but nothing major. Yeah, it's weird if it's giving me a little bit of lag, because it shouldn't be doing... I have it in the perfect non-lag position the entire time. Which is not good. It's not good at all. Actually, I guess I don't have my fan on. Maybe that changes it by like 1%. Alright, let's pick another team by hiding the screen. And this time, I'm going to end up picking this team. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, looks like the same guys and gals and... What's the thing? Same guys and gals and non-identifying pals. I really think that there is very little stopping me from just doing like this, and then this. Unless that comes, but then it's... There's nothing that I really want that to do with anything on my team except for that Pokemon and that Pokemon. And I can't run that because of that. I can't run that because of that. So I feel like that's pretty set and done right there. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna go sheer force mode again and pray that I'm not cooked. I mean, we'll see how it happens. Alright, we've got Tinkaton and Amon. Psychic Surge is going to be set up. do that, and what's this? Now I would love to see is a fake out from the Tipiton. Looks like Comet's gonna leave. And come in with Annihilate. Alright, that's pretty good. Like that a lot. DD is going to redirect here. Tipiton goes for the knockoff, but DD does not have an item, so the knockoff doesn't do too much. This might be super effective. And we do all of the Annihilate's health and some pretty good chip into Tinkaton. Ama is going to return to the field. And I'm going to do this. Torkoal is going to enter the field, and Torkoal will bring about the sun. His Exeggutor is very speedy. The opponent is going to go for a Terrestrialization. And it is on the Tomat into the Terror type of Electric. Exeggutor gets to move first here. Deals pretty big damage to the Tomat and manages to take down the Tinkaton. A bit of chip. Not sure if this is the right way, or, I mean, we'll see. Exeggutor does get its Twisted Spoon knocked off, and sits at about half health. Nope, it wasn't. Well, there's always learning for later. And the last is going to be the Mousehold. I believe we should be able to do this. And I'll clear the field. GG's, GG's. One more one to go. And I will hide the team simply for I can't think of the word. Not financial purpose. What is the word? Whenever you do things simply by the book. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Formality. Simply as a formality. Let me break the screen now. Figured it out. Okay, bit of a change up here. We still have the Mouseape and Didi, but a Flittermane has been added, and a Clodsire and Skeledirge have also taken the place of Palma and Ditto. That Pokemon checks me a lot, but those Pokemon check those Pokemon. And I can use that Pokemon. It really comes down to what that Pokemon can do, I think. You have to do this, and then... This, and this. I think it's the play. I have Doors, Seek, Chase music in the background because of whatever the heck my cousin is watching. What is Doors, Seek, Chase? Okay, we have the Fluttermane and the Indeedee. Indeedee is Psychic Seed. It is now wet. Do this. Doors is a Roblox game that's, I get it, Roblox. Roblox is the blind spot that I do not care to ever investigate. Teleport protects, Fluttermane goes for Dazzling Gleam. It's a pretty decent chunk to us. Enough of a decent chunk that I would probably believe that it's Specs. I'm assuming Dazzling Gleam hit 2 wide guard. Yeah. Electro Shot coming out. And Didi also goes for Dazzling Gleam instead of trying to redirect this turn. But we catch that into our wide guard too. And I'm just going to use that again. And does it benefit me to Electro Shot into there? No, because they get switched into their Unaware Mon. I think I'm going to just try and get rid of Indeedee here. Indeedee Rex. Fluttermane goes for the Dazzling Gleam again. Electric Shot finishes off Indeedee. The way I see it is that they either brought Mouse Safe or they brought one of the unaware mons. They brought one of the unaware mons, so we don't have to deal with Mouse Safe here. The Claude. The Claude might also be Earthquake, which if it Earthquakes into the Fluttermane would be very, very funny. But we'll see what happens. Fluttermane Dazzling Gleams again. Flash Cannon comes out as Fluttermane, that is going to pick up the KO. Hunter actually goes for the Young. And who do we have in the back? It is Mousehole. Okay, not what I would have expected. Can try our normal S through or Sash. Yeah, I think my least valuable Pokemon right now is Scizor. And then we're going to do this. Also goes for the low kick. So we body press into it, which gets rid of it. Hunter goes for the poison jab into Pelipper, but unfortunately Scizor has taken its spot. As the rain stops, and Raquel falls asleep. And the terrain disappears. And we will see what this Clodsire feels like doing. Why are my mons so random? I mean, all those mons make sense. Fluttermane is great. Indeedee is great. Mousehold is great at doing things. Clodsire is here. Knocked off a Soft Sand. So I wanted to use that to go for Earthquake. It does in fact go for the Earthquake, that Clodsire. Calon gains another defense boost, but the Clodsire is unaware. It doesn't care, but based on the damage that we did using that knockoff, I would be willing to say this Gold Hunter took a KO. I'm just using what I logged in and saw on these teams. Well, GG's. Of course, no pressure. Nobody ever wins their first 3 games, as I've said many, many times before. But feel free to look at some teams, determine what worked, what didn't work, and feel free to challenge again. But now the floor is going to be open, and once stream catches up, I will start searching. I wonder who's going to be next, though. If I had to take a gander, it will probably be Cherry. If Cherry's Nintendo Switch is charged up enough over the last 40 minutes. Stream is caught up now. PP up something? Hold on. Alright, well, take as much time as you need to get your PP up. Hello, Amelia. How you doing? I'm doing pretty alright. Cannot complain. I'm mad at myself for not using Sandaconda. That is a pretty out there pick. Cannot say that I could think of what to do with a Sandaconda in Regulation A or Regulation F, not H. I could think of what to do with Sandaconda in Regulation H. I used one for 128 teams at one point. But not Reg F. That's pretty out there pick. Is that even in this game? It is in this game. Sandaconda could use a little help. Like, kind of. I think it's definitely more singles based of a Pokemon than doubles based. Especially since you can shed skin rest. The outbreaks don't really stand out to me. Just wanted to look them over. It's no. It's no. Alright. Okay, ready? Alright, bet. Yeah, let's search. Using your faves is always the best. It's the best of times. I don't know, the best of teams. Depends how what team you're using it on. How it slots in with all the other Pokemon. Unfortunately, mine got banned already. Yeah, I mean, you were using it pretty efficiently. So that's on you. You brought it upon yourself. Amelia, please leave. I really don't care for that kind of thing. Just leave. If you're not going to engage and you're just going to try and scam people, just leave. Alright, I'm not gonna bother hiding screen since Cherry always uses the same team. But I am going to grab this team. I'm not a scammer, I have a website. That's great, Amelia. I'm glad you feel that way. But I've seen people like you tens upon tens of times before. And usually I enjoy messing with them a little bit off stream, but I just don't care today. So you can leave. I'm not giving you any money. This is Dondozo no Tatsugiri. Kingambit does look pretty good here. But then there's also the trap. I think Sneasler is definitely asking for the trap. Bringing Sneasler. I'm gonna do this, and then this, and then this, and then this. Is Obolna Raichu in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? It is, but you have to bring it in from a different game, or you had to catch one during a special event that it was available. Okay. Oh, didn't Zoroark. Do I just want this Pokemon to die, or do I just want a U-turn out for the safe damage? I think I just want a U-turn out for the safe damage. Actually, I think I want to pick it out. I think I want to feel pain. That Pokemon. Politoed is going to protect. As Gothitell's at the Trick Room? Or at least maybe tries to. Yeah, Gothitell can lose his Paralyze, which is a tad bit unfortunate. Down goes the frog. And Gothitell is going to get Trick Room. Oh, in comes Kingdra, which was I was about. Okay, that's not Kingdra. I was about to say, it would be really weird for them to bring in Kingdra under Trick Room. I was definitely expecting Dondozo to come in here. And look who we got. Is this man's gonna click Fisher into me? It's gonna click Fisher into me. I know it is. She PP Max, or Cherry PP Max the Fisher's tail. Oh boy. Well, there's nothing else I can really do other than attack, so I'm gonna attack. Alright, the trap has been taken away. Iron Hand is going to come in. The Scream Tail. That means it's booster energy into booster speed. Looks like Dondozo is going to Terrasilize. In the grass. Slams into Grimmsnarl for a pretty decent chunk. Spirit Break Scream Tail for a bit chip, but also lowering this attack. And now we get to enter this domain. this, and I'm going to click... It could be protect here from both here, and then I guess it really doesn't benefit Spin Tail too much because we're still in the trick room. There you go for the reflect. That protects. Okay, Stream Tail just going for the raw disable. Then I'm fine with the chip. Oh, I'm less fine with the chip. I thought they would do more. Yeah, maybe I should have just predicted the protect. We did see how much the Spirit Break did into Screen Tail, but did not do as much as I would like it to have done. We're gonna do this though. Alright, Screen Tail protect. And on those who land. Well, that's not great. Grass disappears. We're still under Trick Room. I think I have to bring in this. That does for Yan. We get to KO that. Trick Room ends. Alphatel now enters. And it makes the most sense for them to just double protect here. So I'm going to simply do that. And I don't really think there's a reason for me to light screen. I can try and Thunderwave it on Nozo. Okay, they actually kick out. Means I get a Thunderwave onto Dondozo. Kingambit flinches. Dondozo goes for the Fisher, but does not land it. Partial Night Fade. Kingambit falls asleep. Spirit Break for mostly this attack drop, but will be kind of annoying to get rid of that thing if Dondozo Fishers me. Go Fisher and Grown Snarl. The room goes up. If I wake up in Sucker, should I SD like a genius that last turn? I did not. I wish I did that. Oh, I got kicked out anyways, couldn't have done that. Wake up into Sucker, because Kowtow doesn't matter, and if they land it, then they land it. Okay, Kingambit takes the second sleep turn. Dondozo Fishers again, Kingambit dodges it. Kowtow cannot move because paralyzed. Grimmsnarl gets the chip. That is Rocky Helmet. I should. Pick out Trick Room. Something, something. I'm actually gonna. Yeah, do that. And then. Do that. Okay, I'll self-protect. Kingambit takes the full 3 turns of sleep. Heavy Slam, Grim Snow. Gothitelle could move because paralyzed. I think it went for the double protect. Goes for Yawn into Grimmsnarl. Kingambit wakes up on the guaranteed turn. Gets Kowtow into Gothitelle. This is still very winnable for the Dondogs though. It's not over yet, despite us having 3 Mons. We do get 1 more turn of Reflect, which is pretty nice, though. I say we just Kowtow for the damage and put that Reflect back up. That doesn't not move to Paralyze. And because Trick Room ends here, yeah, it should be good. I'm back. BRB again. Okay, we're back. Well, welcome back, Shamana Jones. Okay, let's do... I haven't used this team yet, have I? Guess we'll give it a shot. Okay, what does my team do into this team? Can block... that kind of. I think I do this, and this. Actually, I could have done... I had a better play that I would have liked to do in my head. Oh well. Zoroark and Zoroark. Okay, the giraffe is here. Politoid sits afraid. I feel like this doesn't really threaten me, so I'm just gonna click this and I'm gonna click this. I'm actually kind of glad I didn't do Real Doom Hatterene, which is the lead I thought of doing. Because that would have probably gone terribly. Gothitelle is going to enter. Parashong is going to come out. Training Force does that much. Gothitelle eats a citrus berry. Polystone has the leftovers. DD Parish falls to 3, Zoroark Parish falls to 3. Gothitelle Parish falls to 3. Hatterene Parish falls to 3. We're gonna do this. Solely because there was an existence of many psychic types that could switch in here. But also, with the ranges that they both have, the expanding force shouldn't be necessary. Also can't pick me out since we're on the psychic terrain. We're gonna see terrestrialization. Is it the Gothitelle in the dark? That's tasty. That goes for Weather Ball. That goes for Psychic. Does get us a Death Drop. So that clears the field. If we were in a timeline where Gothitelle moved before Politoed, I think I would have been very upset. The special defense drop because it would have KO'd me. And DD Parish falls to 2, Hatterene Parish falls to 2. Kingdra is going to enter the field, which is actually not Dozo. And of course we saw Zoroark be for Rigorap. Who do I want more damage on? They did use their terrestrialization. Yeah, let's do that. The Girafarig might have, or the Burgeraf might have Hyper Voice, so it just KOs me anyways, but at this point, these two have done the work they needed them to do. Yeah. Yeah, and let's get Throat Spray. The DD Parish falls to 1. Yeah, we're gonna take advantage of the rain while it's still up. Does some pretty good spread damage. And those goes for the Fisher. Does not land it in Primarina though. And DD falls to 0. Goodbye, DD. Now we can bring in Rillaboom. And this is Woodhammer, and this is Hyper Voice. Okay, now hit every Fisher. I mean, if you can get the Fisher off, we'll see. And also stays alive for another turn. That's gonna be a GG. BRB once more, there are no more water bottles in my room? How many water bottles do you have in your room at one time? Sounds like there's like a noticeable shortage. Did you expect the Dark Terror? I did not, but that was just a side effect of going for the Dazzling Gleam, because you could have swapped in Screamtail there for Politoed, so I wanted to deal good damage into Screamtail, which Expanding Force wouldn't. With the other Psychic type? Oh yeah, Fergaraf could have come back in for Politoed too, and Dazzling Gleam also covers for that. And if you brought Kingdra, I mean, it's just KO's Kingdra. But yeah, the Dazzling Gleam just made a lot of sense there. Let's just head empty bring this team. And this team obviously needs this. So what's your Terra? You're Ghost, aren't you? You could also come. Not really, though, because 3 water types, but kind of, though, because a Dondozo. But not really, though, because... Huh. You probably come if I want to get out of the trap. Is the trap that much of a problem, though? I don't know. I really wish my combo was soundproof, because then it would absolutely slap everything here. Except for Kingdra and Screamtail. Oh, I think I bring... I'm gonna really hate myself if that Pokemon leads. Because I need to bring... There's nothing that really beats that Pokemon super well. There's only things that can delay it. Which is why I'm gonna do this, and this. Wait, I can't afford to do that. That's too many things for trying to escape the trap, I think. I think I have to do this. Back, do you think that 15 water bottles is enough? That's like plenty. You only need to drink like 6 in a day to be like well hydrated. That's not even including like the food that you eat. Okay, we are at the Screamtail Gothitelle point of our lives. I think Screamtail's definitely going to move here because it needs the Parasong. There's nothing for Indeedee to do here, which is too bad. We're gonna see something cast-wise. Okay, with Gothitail into the dark. So at least indeed he gets to do something. That goes for Perish. Gothitail goes for Trick Room. Gothitail's Perish falls. Now I'm going to do... It makes the most sense for Gothitail to protect. I don't want to just attack into a protect. Gothitail's asleep, but it tried to protect. Gothitail went for 6. That's not good. I could have attacked into that slot. Also, my Spadef fell. That is... It crit the Gothitail, but now it's going to proc the berry, so it's fundamentally like a game of crit Gothitail. Gothitail still has so much HP. Falls to 2, falls to 2. Falls to 2, falls to 2. I just thought about something I could have done. Oh well. It's probably fine. Gothitail is going to use this turn to protect. Dreamtail wakes up, so it gets to protect as well. Hello, Brian X Gamer, how you doing? If I accidentally button mashed in chat, I'm cleaning my laptop off, and my cousin decided to play on it while eating Cheerios yesterday. That is quite the decision. Not one I would make personally, but I mean, you know, to each their own. So if I had Terra Fairy and DD, I could have gotten much more chip on the Gothitail and maybe killed it by this point. But kind of unnecessary. Gothitail is going to lead into Kingdra. And that Pokemon has accepted its death. Disabled into Exeggutor, but that's fine. Dorwork, which is Polytoad. But we're actually going to be in rain instead. You're in Trick Room for one more turn. I have made the incorrect play before. it would be very easy for them just to double Flutter here, but I think the Perish is a little bit more interesting. Because it might mean that if they Perish here, that they don't... Like, if they Perish here, I think I'm actually playing into the Perish Song endgame. Alright, heavy slams, but that was expected. And that goes for the Perish. So, the thing about Perish is that Torkoal will be the slowest Pokemon on the field as long as Trick Room is not set up. Which means that if every Pokemon left dies to Perish Song, Torkoal will win. What that means for me is that I need to kill anything that is not going to Perish Song, but I also need to keep Torkoal alive. Which means I think I need to do this instead of using my Stellar Tarot. Also really stinks if Gothitels just randomly decides to swap in. Let's do that. I think I do lose as long as the opponent plays this correctly. Yeah, that did not as much damage as I would have liked it to do. Yeah. We're just gonna save ourselves time. No, I'm just gonna Pokernon on this one. Because I doubt they have anything to kill Torkoal super fast. And Torkoal cannot win at this point. You did get one. You got me pretty good with the trap. In hindsight, I probably should have just sleep powdered into the Gothitelle. But then if I sleep powdered into Goth, Trick Room wouldn't be up, so the Screamtail could encore me into sleep powder. But then I could redirect the encore and then encore into follow me, which is what I would want to do anyways, which would buy me more time. Perish Trap has made my win-loss combo turn into the loss-loss-win combo. Or the win-loss-loss combo. It is a bit of a turnaround. Well, speaking of turnarounds, we'll see if anybody else is around. Oh, also hello, Tiger Gamer, how you doing? I don't know how long ago you were here, if at all. 4 minutes ago, actually. You should maybe still be here. Perish Trap is pretty neat, I think. It is obviously neat. And it obviously is capable of winning international level events. Ergo Wolf Glick. Exactly, where do I see the rules? So you can see the rules over on the YouTube side if you go to YouTube and you search Fire Farmer 123, and you see the live stream that I currently have up, assuming Tiger Gamer is Ferdinand. And you can find all those wonderful rules there, Tiger Gamer. These are not the correct rules. So I'm going to refresh that. And hope I get somebody who picks official rules 1. You could also just let me pick the rules, so it would probably be easier. And not just the best of one gimmick. Yeah, it's definitely skill based. I'm going to hide the screen for Tiger Gamer, assuming that this is them. But brief summary of the rules is that on your first attempt, you gotta win all 3 battles to get a Pokemon, but after that you only gotta win 2 battles. But nobody's ever won all 3 battles on the first attempt, so this is more of a practice round, if anything. Alright, Tiger Gamer? But there will be 3 battles against 3 different teams, and we are revealing the teams to you now. This seems to be a pretty heavy rain team here. A lot of gals, actually. Mostly gals. One guy. Who has to be a guy. I'm thinking I should bring this Pokemon and this Pokemon. And then bring this Pokemon and who in the back to help solve my life problems. If that's that, then I'm kind of screwed. I can see the screen, but well, other people need to see the screen. And there is a bit of a delay, Tiger Gamer, so, you know, just don't look at the screen. This is an honor system that we have going here, to not just stream snipe the heck out of me. I really don't know what I need to bring in order to beat that. I think it's this. We'll go with that. First sip of my 15 water bottles, but you got a long way to go from the way it sounds. Alright, here's Incineroar and Among Us. Now the thing is, I don't need to protect Hatterene here, because I can just, like, protect and beauty for it to not fall asleep. But if Incineroar does a thing, I'm gonna be kinda mad at myself if I don't stop something from happening. So I'm going to do this, and this, and I'll see what happens. Okay, Amoonguss protects. Is Incineroar going to do the thing that I did not want it to do? Okay, Incineroar actually did the greatest thing that it could do for me, which is awesome. How much do I fear that actually doing something? Enough to do this, I think. That could do that, though. Hey, at this point, we have that up. I think I am just going to do this. Mungus is going to Rage Powder. Hatterene is going to get rid of Mungus. And now it is Incineroar going to do. Those are knockoff. Okay. Didn't even have to redirect the knockoff. Oh, that's quite a knockoff. Because it was a crit. Okay, Pelipper is going to enter. Pelipper can do something annoying here. I'm going to follow me to see if Pelipper is going to do that thing, and then I'm going to do this. Venora is actually going to leave here into who? Escalation, okay. Pelipper goes for the Protect, which is fine for me. That did not do quite enough. Protect is definitely one option. Do I go all out with this play, or do I try and save Hatterene again? I mean, Hatterene's going to be not great outside of Trick Room. I think I'm fine with doing this. Hatterene does get off the Expanding Force, because Pelipper does not go for White Guard. Vasculation goes down, Pelipper goes down to its Sash. Oh, right, it protected the previous turn. I thought I had Dazzling Gleam chipped it already, but it had protected on the previous turn. Tiger Gamer says I'm cooked. I mean, Trick Room is getting pretty close to ending, and now you have a Tailwind. And they say dreams are born on the back of Tailwinds. Mostly Whimsicott says those things, but it's not wrong. Yeah, one turn room left. So we're just gonna do as much spread damage as we can before our Trick Room expires. Sonora goes for the Fake Out again, but unfortunately we are still in the Psychic Terrain. And we are outside of the Trick Room now, but I can do this, and this will be single target now. Knockoff is going to get Indeedee. Not enough dudes. But as my mom always told me, no gals, no pals. Truer words never been spoken. I just saw the terrain particles. Yeah, it's very important to pay attention to terrain in Pokemon battles because terrains decide battles more often than not. They're very important. They're equally as important to the weather, and the weather is everywhere. Terrain is only on the ground, though. But, Tiger Gamer, you are more than welcome to do the rest of your attempt into more battles, but unfortunately you cannot get a Pokemon on this attempt. Alright, let's hide team for a sec. I might be lagging. Okay, hide this. And I'm going to pick a team. The team is going to be this team. Alright. Bit of a change-up of Mons, from what we see. Seems to have pivoted to more of a Trick Room team. And... I can beat that, and that with that. But I need to find out what the set is on that. Oh wait, I forgot about that trick where I just minimized Discord. I'll see if that's more efficient. Okay, I need to actually start thinking about what Pokemon I want to bring. I think you probably come to deal with certain things. And you should come too, and you should come, and I think tough choice here. I'm gonna say that you should come. I might regret that because of that Pokemon, but we'll see. Okay, so that Pokemon did end up coming. Which is not the end of the world. It does... and it got its Protect boost. Okay, we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do this. Picked out the slot that I wanted. I thought they might Flare Blitz into it, but they hit the slot that I wanted. And Incineroar goes down to that health. Porygon 2 goes for the Trick Room. I think I'm going to do this because I want to get this Pokemon on the field, like, kind of quickly. I'm proud I'm only 6 months in competitive Pokemon. Heck yeah, that's great. Everybody's got to start somewhere, and the best way that you can start is by just doing it. So I'm glad to hear that mentality, Tiger Gamer. And don't worry, even if you keep, as long as you keep coming back to beat me, take my Pokemon, I'll give you a Pokemon for VGC improvement. It seems like you've already got some pretty good ideas. You just gotta work them out a little bit. The Porygon is in the air now. And it is going to go into my Grimmsnarl slot. Incineroar is also going to Parting Shout Out on my Grimmsnarl. And who's going to enter? Is it Primarina? It is Combo. Okay, we'll find out what Combo is here. It is not Soundproof, which is nice for us. I think I'm pretty fine just clicking Electro Shot and then Spirit Break here. I could just go for, I should probably just go for the light screen to future-proof myself a little bit. The combo did have its special attack drop, so if it's Aura Sphere, it's fine. It does protect, okay. So it's extra good that we went for the light screen here. Porygon is going to go for the Terra Blast, but we got rid of its special attack boost, and the light screen, so as long as it doesn't crit us, is going to do significantly less. I misclicked the parting shot. I see, I see. Those misclicks can be very nasty. Porygon takes quite a bit from the Electro Shot. And I'm going to do this, and this Pokemon is not terrestrialized, so it will take a lot of damage from Spirit Break. Even though we're at -1, I have a feeling it will still KO. They could swap in Incineroar here, but then we get a +2 Electro Shot into Incineroar, which is still very valuable. Porygon thinks it's going to survive this turn, which is kind of funny. Spirit Break comes out into Combo, and it does not pick up KO. Combo gets to live, does get a special tech drop though. As this is where we find out that it's Body Press Combo, and it goes for Body Press into me, this would also be super funny. Porygon gets braced. Combo goes for the Clang Scales, but it is a -2 and a crit me through the light screen. Well, ain't that a shame. I do get a defense drop, or defense boost though, at least for my troubles. And Combo gets a defense drop and a special attack boost off of the Drip Spray. Ursaluna is going to make an appearance, which is not preferred. It's not Guts yet, though. I think I am fine with doing this. Goes for the Facade into Grimmsnarl, which will pick up KO into it. Our Caledon gets 2 Flash Cannon combo. Rain is going to stop. Dimensions are going to return to normal. Ursaluna is going to be burned by its orb. Oliver's gonna get to bring back the rain. And I'm going to, I guess, go for Body Press into Ursaluna, and then, you know, fake out with Protect the Pelipper because of Fake Out. Fake Out into our Caledon, and Ursaluna Headlong. No, it's substitutes. Ooh, that changes things, maybe. It kind of makes what's about to happen a little bit more awkward. Get rid of the sub. Pelipper gets Weather Ball into Incineroar. Ursaluna does go for the Headlong. Our Caledon actually survives it because of all the defense moves we got. And there's another one. Ursaluna continues to take a bit of burn. But at this point, Terra has been exhausted. We double out speed. And that's gonna be GG. Was that 3 or was that 2? I legitimately forget. Was that 3 or was that 2? There's tons of charm? Okay. We'll see, we'll see. We used this team before, didn't we? Yeah. Yeah, we didn't use this one or this one yet. I'm gonna hide the screen just for formality's sake. Not that it is of importance at this point. But let's bring this team. Okay. Seems like we're going back with that rain team from before. My best thing into that rain team from before is probably this, and... this. Okay, Incineroar and Caliber start off the game. Which is not super what I was expecting. Now would be a good time to have, like, King Gambit. Intimidates us down. I could just try and take the close combat damage into Incineroar and then fake out into their Incineroar, because I've seen Incineroar has been pretty slow. I think I'm okay-ish with making this trade. If it is a trade. Caliber actually protects, so it's probably not a trade. It's just a beatdown. Incineroar also went for something that was not faked out. Well, now I kind of feel like just Dire Clawing into Pelipper and then clicking Woodhammer into Pelipper, because I feel like that would KO it. Might be useful to keep Rillaboom alive, though. Let's do this. Guy comes out. Oh, Pelipper's actually faster than Rillaboom. Does get confusion. Get the wood hammer off at least. That KO's Pelipper. Rillaboom will not go down to the recoil. Aurora will parting shot out. Our Caledon is going to be revealed here. Is your jet bugging out? No, it's fine. And Among Us is going to be revealed in the back too. So I'm gonna do this, and then I really don't think they would use their Caledon to target into the Rillaboom slot, but even if they do, I want to get Kingambit in cleanly. Caledon Lecture is awesome. So we might find out who we're targeted, but not this turn. Unless the Rillaboom hits itself. Or, well, not do the, Arcaladon. Yeah. Forget about the Arcaladon thing. It's Rillaboom maybe hitting itself time and not hitting itself time. Kingambit falling asleep is something that can happen. It's not gonna be clear. They wouldn't spore into a grass type. I'm gonna say that pretty adamant. They spored into the grass. Okay. Well, that happened. I think I'm just gonna use the Terra here because there's no better place for me to use it, and then even if Electroshock hits Kingambit, it's not like the end of the world. Lucas is going to protect here. Electroshock does come out into terminal. Doing that much. Double gets E-Wave into our Caledon for a bit of chip. It is defense though. Count on body pressure for Kingambit. Kingambit lives. Kingambit wakes up, which is nice. Half-half leads to Amogus. Amogus is Fairy. And tries to call himself into Torkoal, but thankfully Sneasel catches it. Grass disappears from the battlefield. The way I see it, I can Acrobatics Amogus and protect with Kingambit here. Hell actually goes for the Draco Meteor in the Sneeze Lair. As what else happens? It always goes for the Palm Puff to try and take out Kingambit. Okay. Man, I could have just closed combat the Arcaladon there. Oh well. Hmm. Arcallon leaves so that Incineroar can enter? Torkoal's attack goes down, Kingambit's attack goes down, but actually Kingambit's attack goes up. And Sucker Punch comes out into Amogus because it went for the Palm Puff, which is what I really wanted to happen there. Didn't make much sense to spore into the Pokemon that only had 2 HP left. Oh, Torkoal also gets a little bit of Heat Wave chip onto Incineroar, which almost takes it out. Our Sunlight does fade. And we are going to protect, and we are going to protect. And give our Caldon. If I press Electro Shot, you're probably not protect. You're probably Salvo. There's bypassing the Kingambit. So because I think it's default best, I feel like this play is my best play. Caldon gets a stamina boost. Body presses into Torkoal, which is what we like to see, because that causes Rocky Helmet to activate, and our Caldon faints. And as long as Incineroar only has contact moves, Incineroar can no longer win the game. Well, I guess it can. You don't have to kill me by moves, but... Oh, really, Boom? You're still here? Well, that's awkward. I forgot about you. Yeah, no, that whole thing about the Torkoal didn't even matter at all. Yeah, no, now we just get a Grassy Surge. And my 2 grass types are going to team up to take down a fire type. Yeah, that's a GG. But GG is Tiger Gamer. I liked a lot of the plays there. Unfortunately, some of them just ended up not working out. But maybe look at the teams, look at what worked, look at what didn't work, and you are obviously more than welcome to come back whenever you want to battle again. Alright, anybody else? This could be a good stopping point for today. But we do have 5 viewers on the YouTube side. Which, my YouTube chat hasn't moved in a bit, so I don't know if anybody is still over there. Or if my YouTube chat is just lagging. Kind of strangely. Like it's never done before. Well, again, I was dozing off, so I'ma just leave. Well, thanks for coming out, Shavana Jones. I appreciate it. Get some good sleep. Also, hello, Cherry. Thank you for confirming the chat still works. Thank you. Good night. Bye. See you later, Siobhan. Oh, I guess I'll see you tomorrow for Excalibur raids, ideally. Because those will be tomorrow. Same time, same place. Alright, I'm going to give this one more shot. And I think we'll be done for today. Alright, that's probably a good point to stop. Bit of a shorter one, but also these kind of need to be shorter / more frequent, maybe. But especially today, I can't really afford for this to be a 3-hour one. So we're going to end it there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thanks for coming out to battle, everybody. But I will see you in